Hello there, a great evening to you indeed, and many thanks for joining us on Rwanda Television News tonight. We do hope you had yourselves a great and productive day. And now, this is what is coming up. MPs have released an in-depth analysis report based on the report of the Auditor General, which includes issues in cooperatives and e-waste management in the country. Rwanda's 37.5 megawatt methane gas power plant has been connected to the national grid. And it's my great pleasure having your company tonight. Coming to you straight from the heart of Africa, Kigali, my name is Sam Akalisa. And as we kick it off tonight, the Committee on Economy and Trade in the Chamber of Deputies has released an in-depth analysis report based on the report of the Auditor General, in which includes issues in Rwanda's cooperative agency, RCA, and e-waste management from industrial equipment. Adam Squizera starts us off tonight.
The in-depth analysis carried out by the Committee on Economy and Trade mainly related on the problems revealed in the report of the Auditor General regarding the operations of the Rwanda Cooperatives Agency, RCA, where this commission found that this agency did not have data on the exact number and the status of registered cooperatives due to ineffective collaboration between RCA and districts in monitoring and following up, plus the idle established system that costed this agency over 200 million Rwandan francs. How could you spend all this amount without training first those who are supposed to use that system? Yes, it goes hand in hand, but they should have did it before they established that system. Then, due to that inspection conducted, they noted that they are going to speed it up. In 2014, Rwanda Green Fund FONERWA granted over 800 million Rwandan francs to the government of Rwanda through Minicom to implement e-waste management strategy, which included the establishment of e-waste management facility. Lack of strategies and plans for collecting e-waste from households was also demonstrated in this analysis, where e-waste collection focuses on public and private institutions, which generates only 18% of e-waste, leaving out households, who generate 82% of e-waste. I think there should be resolutions on these responsible bodies in the mobilization of recycling e-waste, such as these mobile phones or computers, whereas in emphasizing that there should be some incentives on this, where they can add some top-ups for a client who brings back such item. The president of this Committee on Economy and Trade, Munyanjo Teogene, indicated that based on the response from parties concerned with this issue of e-waste management from industrial equipment, a sustainable solution is expected. There will be the proper management of other wastes from hospitals or other various places, where there will be a way to manage that through those policies. The facility, which is operated by Inveroserve, Rwanda Green Park, under leasing agreement, was established in 2018 in Eastern Province, Bugesera District, and e-waste collection centers established in 14 districts. An environment audit was conducted to assess whether Mini ICT and its stakeholders have effectively established an environmentally friendly management of e-waste. Adam Squizera, RTV News.
Rwanda's 37.5 megawatt methane gas power plant has been connected to the national grid. Residents say in addition to increasing electricity access in the country, the power plant provided employment to many, and its establishment will be a boost to the value of their property in this particular area. We have more. The construction of the methane gas power plant has been ongoing for 4 years in the Lake Kivu. The gas is extracted from 300 to 400 meters underwater and washed in onshore tanks that separate it from water and other gases before it can be processed and connected to the Ruavu substation. This is where we wash the gas from to separate it from water, then compress it before sending it through the pipes. The plant, run by Shemwa Lake Kivu, SPLK, will have the capacity to provide 68 megawatts gross, with around 50 megawatts injected directly into the grid. SPLK's chief executive, Alex Kabuto, noted that the construction of the plant is at 85% completion. We are remaining with one batch that will be completed soon, and we expect the plant to be at its full capacity by February next year, and then connected to the national grid. The establishment of this plant provided jobs to many Rwandans. The fact that a big number of Rwandans work in this plant is very important to us as a country, and we gain a lot of knowledge to be used in so many ways. The construction of this plant has also been praised by local residents for boosting their area in many ways, including infrastructure like roads. Though delayed by the COVID-19 pandemic and technical issues that needed fixing before the connection to the national grid, the $400 million plant is currently providing 37.5 megawatts. By early 2024, the plant located on the shores of Lake Kivu in Rwanda district will be generating 56 megawatts, according to its management. And now from energy to justice matters. On Wednesday in Brussels, Belgium, the trial of Pierre Basabose and Seraphine Twahirwa, the suspects of the 1984 genocide against the Tutsi crimes continued. It is the sixth time that this country arrests and tries a Rwandan suspected of a heavy play or part in the 1984 genocide perpetrated against the Tutsi. In the trial on Wednesday, the lawyer of Pierre Basabose concurred to the court that he will continue to represent his client who is sick and did not appear in the court. The charges presented by the prosecution include playing part or having a role in the killings between the 6th of April and the 14th of July 1994, or also having a part in the establishment, leading and training Interahamwe militias and supporting them, participating in the meetings aimed at exterminating the Tutsi and making lists of names of those who were to be exterminated. They also played a part in establishing roadblocks and discriminating the Tutsi that were to be killed. There are also war crimes done in Kigali on various dates, including the 1st of January and 8th of April 1994. For Seraphine Twahirwa, there adds the crimes of raping Tutsi women between the 1st of July and 30th of June 1994. The prosecution pointed out that witness demonstrated that the militias attacked and exterminated the Tutsi in a deadly way using machetes, knives, a gun, and grenades on their houses. Some were also killed after being addressed as Inhotanyi spies, and all these crimes were committed before and during the genocide against the Tutsi. On the witness, one of the witnesses said that Twahirwa had no mercy of his brother-in-law Alexandre Karekezi because of his ethnicity. He ordered his killing together with his children and other Tutsi that named various families to be exterminated by the suspected and the militias that they were with. And moving ahead to matters related to tech and innovation, various entrepreneurs and stakeholders working with AfriLabs Africa, an innovation-focused organization, points out that Africa's tech sector still faces various hindrances despite the expected $712 million in digital economy for the continent by the year 2050. This was reiterated during the annual gathering of the AfriLabs are taking place here in Kigali, Rwanda. We do have more on the report with Olive Nete.
In discussions carried out during the annual gathering of AfriLabs, an innovation-focused organization empowering and building a community around innovation hubs across various African countries, sessions such as gender inclusivity, investment in the sector, and other various topics were tackled. Anne Lawi from Africa Impact points out that there are still gaps when it comes to investment.
Lack of proper information and understanding of funding landscape and what you need to put in place for you to unlock funding. That is the biggest gap. Secondly, you have to crack a business model meant for the sector and the industry that you are building a business in. And this is important because it must address a problem. Most of the time, an entrepreneur builds a business because it's built to build. You must build a business that is addressing a market need, and it has a market that can scale.
The executive director of AfriLabs, Anna Ekeledo, points out that there is need to work together to accelerate Africa's digital economy.
Now, it has been predicted that Africa's digital economy will grow to $712 billion by 2050. But let us not be content with that. Let us challenge ourselves to think bigger, to dream audaciously. Why stop at $712 billion? We can make it grow to $1 trillion within the next decade. And we can. All of us here working together, we can. The importance of this isn't just about numbers, it's about impact. Africa and its citizens rely on us as an ecosystem. We have a responsibility to ensure that this growth translates into prosperity for all.
The permanent secretary in the Ministry of ICT and Innovation, Ivira Dukunda, notes that building a digital economy goes hand in hand with accessibility to technology services.
Digital infrastructure is crucial to build a digital economy. And so our work as policymakers is also to support through interventions that help in making the digital economy affordable for our citizens across the whole continent. I started with infrastructure to emphasize that if we don't have affordable and reliable digital infrastructure, there will not be an African digital economy.
AfriLabs also aims to support women and girls, where it has established a fund of about $5 billion to support their projects. The AfriLabs annual gathering is being held in Kigali and is expected to last 3 days. Olive Nete, RTV News.
Thank you, Olive Nete, on that report. And we'll move ahead, not far away from this particular gathering, on the sidelines of the AfriLabs annual gathering at 2023 taking place here in Kigali, Rwanda. There are various discussions, including agenda inclusivity in entrepreneurship and technology. And our colleague Prince Manzi talked to Jennifer Okeke Odudu, entrepreneur and senior ecosystem management engagement manager at AfriLabs, on her point of view on women's role in development of their societies and the AfriLabs contribution, as well as special message on this International Day of a Girl's Child.
A topic to gender inclusivity. Yeah. We want to see women in tech. How do you see women in tech, women innovations, women promoting and contributing to the development of their societies?
So awesome. AfriLabs has specific projects to help and foster women entrepreneurs. One of it is our Rev Up Women project, which we run right now with the Visa Foundation. Now, this project is empowering. Our plan is to unlock over 500,000 opportunities for women across Africa and unlock a $5 billion fund for women across Africa. How are we going to do this? We have mentorship programs, we have acceleration programs, and opportunities directed specifically to the female entrepreneur. AfriLabs also has just launched the Working Mother's Guide, which we're asking all our hubs and institutions who support AfriLabs to adopt. This Working Mother's Guide allows little changes that organizations can make to enable women who have children to continue to work during and after childbirth.
And in your community, do you have like a specific number of women you are supporting currently?
Wow, AfriLabs, so within our network, to be fair, even within our management, AfriLabs is female top heavy. At the moment we have 8 managers, and of the 8, 6 are women. So that's 6 heads of departments are women, including myself and the executive director of AfriLabs. So it's one of the really big steps. Within our community, we support over 1 million female entrepreneurs as well. And that number is going to continue to grow as our reach continues to grow.
Today is an International Day of a Girl Child.
Yes,
what is your message there? Because it seems to be a coincidence, your event and that.
Yes.
What is your message to the young girls out there?
My message to the young girls out there is you can do it. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it, because we are doing it. And as you can see, there are women around the world changing everything. No matter how old you are, no matter what condition you find yourself, there are opportunities for you out there. Just keep going. Today our message was every step counts, one step at a time. So keep taking one step at a time and changing the world around you.
And without changing the matter, still on this one, our colleague also spoke with Sonia Egu, the Chief Executive Officer of the SA Consulting, and covered a range of topics including how women are being given space to implement their dreams and her message to young girls still on the celebration of the International Day of a Girl Child.
With the current status today, where do you see the progress of women in tech, women in businesses, here, especially on the African continent?
I see us going really far. You know, today again, they said today is the start of a new dawn. Is one step above the other. And I'm happy and I'm glad that we're having these conversations now. And we're not just having conversations, things are being put in place. Policies are springing up. Even countries are beginning to make sure that the quotas are being included. So you see, if countries can put things like the policies can be put in place to make sure that women are being carried along as much as men, then obviously development is seen to would spring from 35% that we are now to 80, 90, if not 100%, by God's grace, yeah.
I don't know if it is a coincidence, but your event today collided with the International Day of Girl Child. What a message to the young children, young girls out here.
So the message is, please do not stop, please do not settle, please do not make the same mistakes that we made or the generations before us have made. Do not take these things that we're doing today for granted. Most of us are sacrificing our enjoyment, our lives, and things that we could have been doing to make sure that we are good role models and we are breaking these barriers and becoming these pace setters for you. So if you're a young girl out there, just know that you can do it. Your dreams are very valid. Mine is, so yours will be even much better than what anybody else has. And then I remember I was in the African Union a few months ago, and I figured that they were just men pictures. There's no women. And I said something, and I'm still saying this out there to everyone in the world, especially as a young girl. Please work so hard to make sure that in the next 10, 20, 30 years that we can have African women that we can associate and recognize with. Thank you.
Thank you, son.
And here we come to an end of our tonight's edition. On behalf of the entire news production, as well as the technical team that made it happen, many thanks for being with us. Up until next time, stay safe and have a great evening. Goodbye.